Now I just take the first part of the job here. I'm very lucky because this animal has a lot of fur. I can almost do anything with a hide without having any problem with the taxidermist. So to have this easy and clean, and because these horns are so closely to the head, I do it in another way than any other animal has to be caped. So I just being very rude, quick. This is the taxidermist will have no problem hiding these cuts. And I always says to my guides that you need to have a maximum of 2 millimeters of fat or meat. That's the maximum you can count that on, that the salt will get through. I could go pretty far in front here without having any problem. This, I would take it a little rough because I will come back to this. I need to use a lot of time taking these lips on. So this is just a little rough here. I'll find the mouth here. Try to find my finger so that I'm sure that I'm inside the mouth when I start cutting here. Try not to cut my finger. So now I'm inside the mouth here. So that makes it easier to come around the bones here. What I did now was I opened up from both sides here. I used the knife I put my finger in the mouth and found the mouth, and I cut from the inside, from beneath here, and opened up. Took the knife around here. So actually now I have the lower part of the lips free from the bone here. So that's what I'm gonna do now. That's do the same from the upper part of the lips, and then I can bend the whole hide backwards over the head. So I just put my knife here, cut near the teeth. This is much more than the taxidermist need, but he probably will be glad that I'm taking my time. I still have to be careful. I have the nose just on top of here, so I need to be a little careful. But now I can start to loosen the nose, and here you can see I was pretty near the skin here, but now I just need to take it off. So that's a lot of meat coming off in the same time, but this will be, it's not necessary, but I say here I actually made a cut there. That the taxidermist can fix it, but he will not be that happy for it. I don't recommend that. I turned it. This seems easy. I was not told tricks like this when I was educated, but found my own way of doing it. This is the nose. I have to clear out all this afterwards. I just need to have it off here. And no, don't use salt on this before you're finished. It will ruin your knife over and over again. And we are about 25 miles from the city, so we only get in here by helicopter. So we need to, if we will stay out here for a week, we need to preserve this and fully salt it and dry it, so it doesn't ruin the heat doesn't ruin the skin. Today we had about sun and maybe 20-25 degrees Celsius, so we need to do it inside 24 hours or so. You can probably save it inside 48 hours, but you have to keep it out of the sun. And as you see, I have the reflecting carpet over there just to make sure that the sun doesn't bake it too much. I'm getting up to the eye. You have to be careful also with the eyes so you don't cut the eyebrows. I have the finger in here, you see here. Now I get around to the eyeball. I put my finger inside the eye and find, you see, this is the bone, and here I have my finger. I need to cut this without cutting both my finger and the eye, so it's a little difficult, a little delicate work, but I think I did it right here. This is actually the eye. Yeah, you cannot see it truly, but that is the eye.
He's the man who shot the bull.
There it is, huh? You're getting it, huh? Yeah. It's a long process.
Yeah. And this is the easy part.
Mm-hmm.
The time consuming is the lips and the ears.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be glad it's not a moose. Huh? Right?
Why?
Look at the moose, the lips and the ears are hard.
No, this is hard.
Harder?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
No,
I think.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This is almost like a moose.
Yeah, it is almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, sleep tight. I need to be very close to the eyeball. Now I'm all the way up to the bus from the inside. Just have to go around it. Yeah, that was the eye. One of the hardest part. As I told you before, these horns is so close to the skull that I almost cannot get onto it, and when I get it done, it's very difficult to drag over. So I talked to the taxidermist, and he don't like it, but he accepts that I will cut it from the inside here, just on one side of it. He don't think that's very good of me to do it, but this is so much problem to get it out without opening up from one side. As I told you before, all these long hair will make it very easy for the taxidermist to do his job. Conceal any mistake I did, but of course I don't do any mistakes. As you see now, when I cut it open from beneath here, I will be able very soon to drag it over and then work it very easy off the skull on the other side. So this is my trick, and the taxidermist accept that I do this. Not pleased, but he accepted.